We have titled our article Present 2.0 Galician SMEs, Participation Levels and Engagement with the Users. When we planned to carry out this study, we raised a series of questions that motivate the investigation. Do the Galicians have a presence in social media? What social media do they use most often? How is the participation of SMEs in Galicia in social web? What is the use of SMEs in Galician media and social networks? How do you keep your audience loyal? Moreover, do they retain them? The bibliographic review allows us to find some indications about the social presence of Galicia business community, but more on a qualitative and not a specific quantitative perspective of the specific area of SMEs. Thus, the objectives that we intend to achieve with our work quantify the presence in the social media of the Galician SMEs, identify the type of social media chosen by the Galician SMEs to communicate with the public and analyze and assess the relevance and the quality of the communication 2.0 of the Galician SMEs. From the quantitative point of view, attending to quantity, typology and adaptation of the presence from the technical perspective, and on the other hand, from the qualitative perspective, type of interaction and content and implementation of social dialogue. We have used a sample in which represent the entire autonomous community of Galicia, and we are represented on the other hand the sectors of secondary and tertiary activity. To what conclusions have we researched? Well, Galicians give prevalence to rather than social networks for the presence on the internet. 3 out of 4 have their own website, while only half are present in social networks. Facebook is by far the most used social network by Galician SMEs, and after Facebook there are Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Instagram. Although it's not common that companies that use social networks are not limited to a single, but use several social networks. However, the use of networks responds more to a testimonial presence than true space of participation with the user communities. In fact, the update rate is low and sometimes non-existent. Among the Galician SMEs, it exists, and our essence that the online presence is an essential element for participation in the current market. But they only know the theory, while they not success in the practice. The first idea, or the general idea, that the networks are based on a model that goes beyond to incorporate testimonial presence is not yet in presence, and therefore their usage is related. In the past, majority of cases, they are used like a showcase to display and exhibit products. Therefore, we can not see for the moment a systematic tendency of engagement generation, but the compromise remains in achieving the follower, and when achieved seems to minimize efforts to maintain it and to ensure the engagement and the dialogue between the follower and the brand.